Hello everyone, today I'm working in my large journal. I'm choosing a page next to another one, and this is just some blue spatter that was on the page from the previous one that's beside it. I'm just using some gesso to start the page. I wanted to do a face today and didn't know especially what to do, but I had these beautiful new stamps from Art Journey, these lilies, and I really wanted to use those, but didn't want to do too much, so it's pretty much a blue face with a little bit of pink here and there. So starting out with this beautiful stencil, it's a Crafters Workshop stencil, and I'm using some heavy gesso through it, and I really like that. I explained it in other videos as well. It's just because it dries very quick and it gives a kind of resist depending on what medium you use on top of it. So I'm using watercolor today. This is a very old palette with a Van Gogh, Rembrandt watercolor, and just putting some blue on there. Don't know the colors, really don't know the names, but I do like this bright blue. Using a little bit of water to water it down from the spray bottle, and you can see it fills up the cracks and the gaps between the pattern of the stencil that I used. This is a longer video than you are used to of me because I did a lot of painting and people ask me to leave a lot of it in so they can see what I'm doing. So of course I am doing it and I think it's about 14 minutes or so. So choosing a little bit of white and a little magenta, because I wanted to use those two colors, a blue and a magenta color, but not on the background, well, not that visible, just using a little bit of, I turn it into pink. That's what I wanted to say. Just dabbing it with tissue to bring the color down a little bit. And then after doing that, I chose some tissue papers and I chose just the colors that match the background. So a little bit of blue, a little bit of craft color, pattern paper, I think. So that's what I'm using to put on the background. Just random, really don't know why I did it, but just wanted a little bit of texture and a little bit of body to the page before I started painting. So I'm gluing them down with gel medium and just really didn't think about it. I knew that the face was going to go there, so I concentrated on that specific area. You see what it looks like when I draw the face on top of it, and later in the end you won't see much of it. Now almost done with that, I think, and then I am going to start on drawing the face on my page. And I don't work in this journal often. Don't know why. I tend to work smaller than this, but I really wanted to do something large. I was watching some YouTube videos and I thought, okay, just going to do something larger than, well, the last couple of months. Okay, done that, dried it in between with my ink gun, and then I started to stamp the lilies on the deli paper that I got from Cheryl. If you hear noises, that's my boyfriend walking up and down the stairs. I think he's letting the cats in, so he's a bit loud. I'm sorry for that. So I am stamping the lilies on the deli paper, as I said, and I'm just using archival ink because of course I'm using watercolors, so that's why I need a permanent ink on my page. So now going back to the page, and I start drawing. This is a charcoal pencil. It's not water soluble. I have just bought myself some charcoal pencil that is water soluble, and I'm trying to work with it in the next video so you can see what I mean, and I will tell you which brand it is. Works very nice, I have to say. But this works just as fine, but as I said, it leaves marks, dark marks, and that's not always what I want. So just drawing a random face, not thinking about it too much. Just the shape of it and the shape of the eyes and just simple hair, short hair. So I just need to know where it's going. You can see if you use water on that pen, it doesn't go that well, but if you use acrylic paint or gesso in this case, you can tone it down and still see where you drew the picture or drew the face. Now going in with a watercolor again, and because I use gesso, works very well, no problem at all. And then just using the magenta to make her stand out. Was struggling with the colors, with the shading. Well, it's not that easy. Using different colors on her face, well, colors in the same tone, of course, and going back and forth between the pencil and the paint, and then use a little bit of gesso and go back to the pencil to define the eyes and where everything needs to go. And this is what I left in so you can see how I do it. So just a little bit of color on her, then go in with the pencil again, and then go in with the color again. And I have the tendency to make sure that it needs to be perfect. The eyes need to be even, the nose has to be straight, the distances between the eyes, the nose and the mouth need to be according to what portrait people say. I have had comments of people saying that things were crooked and things didn't go right. I really don't care. So that's what I did here as well. Was thinking about it too much and then doesn't work. So I just left it. Okay, one eye is larger than the other, so what? I like her in the end. And I do my faces the same way. Almost every face you can see some resemblance to the others that I made. Now, thought that the face was just fine. Didn't want to do it too much because I didn't know what to do, so I changed my mind, into putting the deli paper down. I really wanted to use the background, or didn't want to cover the background, that's what I wanted to say. So that's why I stamped it on the deli paper and then just glued it down on her on the page. So you can see the colors are shining through the deli paper, and that's what I like. These are such nice subtle stamps, very detailed. You might have seen this stamp set with alcohol inked one that I did a few videos back. It's the same set, but now I use it in a different way, and it's like I have drawn it on the page. Really loving it. So I'm just going around with a different color. I think it's a tealish, teal green color. Just to make her stand out just a little bit more and make sure you can see the lilies a little bit more. But I didn't want to color them, I didn't want to do too much to them because I really like it the way it goes, really like the way it shows. So then I thought then the green needs to be in her face as well. Changing my mind again, you know me by now. So just playing around. If you don't like it, just go over it and start over again. You can see I'm going in with gesso again. Works very well. I love gesso. It's my biggest friend. Well, in the like in a medium, I think. Besides gel medium, I use gesso the most. well, some highlights here and there, and then some adjusting to her smile, her chin, wherever it needed it. And then I start on the lilies again. Just a few highlights here and there, make them stand out. And that's the way I work. If you stare at something too long, you can't see what you're doing. Or you should have put it away and go back to it later, or take a step back from your work surface and just look at it from a distance, and then you see what is wrong or what should be improved to make it look the way you want it. So you see me adjust the hair and her neck, and then bringing the color way down on the page, in the corner, and then of course red lips. It's almost, it's not a monochromatic page because there's two colors, but it's quite blue and I like it that way. So just touching up the lips here and there with some highlights. I do everything with gesso in case, so no acrylic paints, watercolor and gesso, nothing more. Now almost done, I think. So now I show you what it looks like now, and then I was okay, I'm done with it, but I needed a saying or a sentence or anything. Just needed something to be on my page. So that's why I was thinking about it while I was doing this. So thinking about what to do, what kind of sentence to go on there. And I just used a gel pen to go around the lilies and make it stand out even more. It just needed it. It was, well, it just needed it. So did that, and while I was thinking about what to put on, and I couldn't think of anything really on to put on the page. Sometimes it's just too difficult to think about something. Just want to do something special. So while I was doing this, I thought of a stamp set that I've got. And it's all about yourself, so me, myself, and I am unique and 100% original, all those phrases or sentences. And I thought I was going to use that one, and you'll see next when I'm ready. I'm showing it what I do. Of course, need a black line around the page, almost forgot. So, and I think I'm going to start with the stamp set here. Yeah, this is the one, and well, you can't see it. I should have skipped this this part of the video because I'm not doing anything. Oh yeah, here I am looking for the stamp set. So you see, I'm blessed, I am me, all those phrases. So using a little bit of gel deli paper for that phrase, and it says I am unique. And if I put it down like this on my page, then you won't see much of it. So I needed to think about that, how to make it stand out. You see, I put it down first, and then I thought, you don't see anything. So just put a little gesso on the page, a little bit more, and then I am going to glue that one down on that little circle when I'm ready. Okay, drying it, of course. Don't know why I didn't skip that. I'm sorry for this long video. Could have skipped almost a minute, I think. But hey, anyway, it's done. So I'm using some gel medium to glue it down, and then I'm done. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.